One thing that's really ripe for automation is spreadsheet applications. The problem is you can do a lot, but you have to click so much or press so many keyboard shortcuts. It's really nice that there's just one button to format this as percentage, but for all other things you have to click so many times. Every time you have a spreadsheet like this, let's say you have this data and you want to make the first row bold, you have to select it, that's one click, then you have to click here. Of course, just making it bold is not enough. You want to freeze the row, click here, then this one, then this one. And sometimes, let's say the header isn't fully visible. The column is narrower because you don't want to consume so much width for just 3-letter words. Then you click here, go to edit menu. No, go to format. Actually, I don't even remember. And that's the point. We shouldn't have to remember. And you click wrapping wrap. But this is something you do for every new sheet you create. Almost every new sheet. And so many clicks. Bolding, wrapping, freezing the row, etc. The thing that's missing is if there were just one button up here that does all this, wouldn't be great? So we actually have it. So let's actually put this here. And this is now our spreadsheet toolbar. These are the buttons we needed but didn't have. Let's go to this sheet. As you can see, it's also not frozen, not bold, etc. Now I will just click one button and hopefully it will take care of everything. I don't even have to be in first row. I'll just click this button. If I hover over it, it already explains what it does. Format top row, freeze, bold, wrap. And I can even trigger it with a voice command, but let's say try this button first. Boom. Did you see? In a split second, everything happened that we had previously spent so much time on. There are so many other things. Let's say you have this customer name, but you want to maybe add a surname in another column. You have to right click here, find something here, etc. Instead, I do this. Boom. It's added. Or I can do the same for adding rows. For example, let's say I want to add one more person. Maybe I don't know, I don't want to add it to the end because it's sorted in a way. I just do this. Boom. That's it. Of course, I can just delete it. Sometimes there's a situation where you actually want to clone the row because everything else is the same and you only change the date. For example, because you ship the same order, 2 shipments in this example, right? What would you do? You have to, I don't know, click here, insert a row, copy the previous row, right? You select it, keyboard shortcut to copy it, then you have to paste it here. I'm undoing all that and let's see how we actually tackle it with just one button. Again, we have our buttons here and there's a button that says conveniently clone row. It has a nice icon and I just click here, boom, boom, boom. That's it. It's over. It's already cloned. Now I can maybe just change whatever I want. I guess you already saw this button and know what it does. And let's see what it does. I select everything and click here and boom, it's already asking me where to insert the pivot table. It was much easier than how I would do it otherwise. How would you add your own definitions? It's very easy. By the way, these buttons only show up when I'm in a spreadsheet application. For example, if I go to another tab, they disappear. If I close this tab and go back to the spreadsheet, they appear again. It is there only when I need it. When I'm fooling around in search bars, finding the best blog posts. When there are no sheets, no such button, go back, they appear. How would you add your own buttons? It's very easy. We have a context, and this context is active only when the current browser URL contains docs.google.com/spreadsheets. And we have all these commands here. So add a new row. First, we press the keyboard shortcut Ctrl-Option-I. Then it's a sequence. It presses R and it presses R again. I need to figure this out only once. That's the good part. How would you figure that out? For example, if I go back to the browser and press first the keyboard shortcut Ctrl-Option-I, it will open the insert menu. Now, all the menu items have underlined letters. R means I need to press R to go to that particular menu item, and another R to select the insert one row above. To format top row as we wanted. Now first we press Command Home keyboard shortcuts to go to the first cell. Then we press Shift Space to select the entire row. It selects only where the content is, so we press it again so that we select really the entire row. Then another keyboard shortcut sequence, we start with the format menu, Ctrl-Option-O, then W for wrapping and W for wrap, if you remember that menu. Then we press Command B to bolden it. Then we go to the View menu, Ctrl-Option-V, then R, then O to select the freeze only one row option. For pivot table, it's similar. We only press Ctrl-Option-I to go to the insert menu, then press P. Again, you don't have to remember it. You only figure out once. Back to the spreadsheet. We could have done all what we did also with voice commands without clicking any button. If you hover over our button to format the top row, it tells us the voice command after the emoji, format top row. Let's enable voice command mode. Format top row. Very nice.